Before starting explaining what is a comparative and a superlative adjective, we're just going to uh, check out what really is an adjective. Like, what do you know in terms of adjectives? That's for you, Mr. Miss. You're welcome. So as you can see, you have two sides on the same sheet, but we're going to start with the first side. For you, and for you. Okay. So with the adjectives, first of all, we're going to start with the practice, okay? Angela gets A's on all her examinations. She is very, now we need an adjective. She's very like intelligent. Intelligent is a good one. Do you have another one that we could have used there? Smart, yes. She's very smart. She's very intelligent. Number two, when Carl walks in the room, everyone stares at him because he is very, do you know stares? If you stare at someone, you're like, you stare at the person. Like, for example, imagine I'm going to stare at Alex. Okay, I'm going to stare at Miss Anctil, okay? That's staring, okay? That's not pretty. Don't do that. So, when Carl walks in the room, everyone stares at him because he's very synonym of cute. Hot, yeah, hot it is an adjective. Hot, yeah, I could accept it. He's very hot. Like a, okay. Another one. How do you say beau for a male, for a guy? Do you know? No? For you guys, it doesn't surprise me, but for you, what is your excuse? It starts with tend. No, nothing. Ben, do you remember? Well, you know. Sorry? Handsome, thank you. So handsome. Hot, handsome. You're not gonna tell a guy, oh, you're beautiful. Sounds weird, okay? You can tell a man, you are handsome. That is correct, okay? But to tell, like, I wouldn't tell my husband, oh, you are beautiful, honey. He will look at me like, oh my gosh, give me flowers. All right, Mario weighs 360 pounds. Okay? He is really, that is an adjective, but it's not really nice to say that. So let's go with something that is more sensitive. Big. Big is more like it, yeah. Big. On the other hand, his 21-year-old sister weighs 89 pounds. 89. She is, ooh, there we have many. She is slim, yes, I would accept slim. Thin, mice, thin. What is skeletic? Do you know? Skeletic, like really, really maigre in French. Pas mince là, maigre. Starts with S. Skinny, yes. Like your skinny jeans. It means the jeans you like when you look very good for you. Thin or skinny. By the way, skinny comes from the word skin. Okay? So, an expression in French with peau, qui veut dire maigre. La peau sur. There you go. Okay? Number 5. Everyone falls asleep in Prof. Balungi's class because he is so boring. Boring. I don't even know where I'm at there because he's so boring. Boring. Just gonna check what they told me I was supposed to write. Okay, yeah, that was it. Paris is the #1 tourist city in the world because it's so a synonym of pretty. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's so beautiful. Okay. We're gonna go until number 10. Garfield. Thank you. Okay, number 7. Students are afraid of coming late to Prof. Jackson's class because he is crazy, I would accept. because Prof. Jackson's class, because she is very crazy. We could go with that. She's very crazy, or she is very strict. Yes, strict, severe. She frightens me, and so on. Okay. Number 8. I hate people who are blah blah. They never open their wallets. What is a wallet? Guys, you put yours in the pocket at the back of your jeans most of the time. A portefeuille, yes, your wallet. So a person who never opens their wallet, I call them penny pinchers. Des pinceurs de scène. In French, you say, actually, you use the expression in English, and that's the one I'm looking for. Starts with C. Some, hmm? Lisa Marie? Cheap. Yes. I hate people who are cheap. Anybody considers himself as being cheap in the class? No? All right. You don't tell, but we know who you are. My sister is incredibly, like, she gives all she has to everybody. She shares with everybody. She gives everything she has. It's a person who is generous. Generous. There you go. Incredibly generous. Okay, and the last one, Mark is he always comes on time. Starts with P. Punctual. And look at how I'm writing it. All right, no O there. Punctual with a U. Okay? So I think that you got the point. So you can put that sheet away, but don't put it back in your stuff because we're going to need it again. Okay? So today we're going to see the comparative and the superlative. And first of all, we're going to start by reading a little text. Going to close that thing off. And then, okay. So we're going to start by reading a little text, which is called Brian and Jeff. And really fast, you're going to, with a pen, you are going to underline all of this comparatives and superlative that you think you see in the text. Okay? There you go. That's for you. That's for Jaslyn. All right. I'm gonna be tired for my spinning after class, huh? There you go. Okay. First of all, if we look at the text, Brian and Jeff are twin brothers. Now, somebody's gonna continue. I'm gonna ask Bin. Can you read the second sentence? Okay, they look similar, but there are some big differences. First of all, Brian and Jeff are twin brothers. What does it mean, twin? Jumeaux, yes. Ooh, my pen isn't working. Twin brothers, so twin means jumeaux, yes. They look similar, similar. What does it mean? Semblable, yes. You have a word in French, similaire, also. But there are some big differences. That's the same thing in French. Sentence number 3, I'm gonna go with Andy. Boom. Brian is slightly taller than Jeff. What does it mean, slightly? Slightly means un petit peu. It's just like slightly, un peu, un petit peu. Okay? Slightly taller than Jeff. And Melissa Marie, you said taller means plus grand. Yes, so un petit peu plus grand than Jeff. Taller, do you think it's something? Is it an adjective? Yes, it's an adjective. Do you think that they're comparing two persons here? Est-ce qu'ils comparent deux personnes? Yes. So, my friends, this is a comparative. Taller than. This is a comparative. Okay? So, they look similar. There are some big difference. Okay, so taller than. I cannot get it. I'm gonna check if I can open my. Okay. So, slightly taller than. Gonna go there. And back. No, it's not working. Okay, whatever. Okay. So taller than is a comparative. Brian is also slimmer than Jeff. Slimmer than Jeff. What does it mean, slimmer? Plus mince? Slimmer than, is it a comparative also? Yes, because they're still comparing two persons here. Jeff's hair is darker and curlier than Brian's. Jeff's hair is darker and curlier than Brian's. Do we have comparatives in this one? What are they? In English? Yes, that's what they mean in darker and curlier. Thank you. Jeff is more athletic, spends more time outside, and is more tanned than Brian. What does it mean, more tanned? Plus bronzé than Brian. So Jeff is more athletic. More athletic means what? More athletic. Plus athlétique, yes. Okay. It's like comparing me with Kate Moss. I think I win in terms of more athletic. Okay. Spends more time outside. Passe plus de temps à l'extérieur. And is more tan than Brian. Okay. So we have 3 comparatives in this one. The twins also have also have different personalities. Do we have a comparative in this one? They also have different personalities? No, yes? No. Okay. The next one. Anthony, do you want to read it? Jeff?
Jeff is more outgoing than Brian. Brian is
And more reserved. So Jeff is more outgoing. Outgoing, what does it mean? Outgoing is like extraverti. Is more outgoing than Brian, while Brian is quieter. What does it mean, quieter? Quieter. Plus calme, plus tranquille. I think what you use in French is more tranquille for this one. Plus tranquille que. Okay? Because quiet means silence. Quieter, plus silencieux. And si tu es plus silencieux, c'est parce que tu es plus tranquille. Right? I think it makes sense. And more reserved et plus réservé. Yes. Next sentence, do you want to read it?
Brian is more into intellectual and love reading.
Good. So Brian is more intellectual and loves reading. What is your definition of intellectual? Hmm? Intellectuel. What is it an intellect? C'est quoi un intellectuel? Une personne intelligente. Ça veut-tu dire que la personne sportive à côté n'est pas intelligente? Non. C'est quoi pour vous autres? Une personne intellectuelle? Ça veut pas dire. Une personne sportive aussi va se servir de sa tête. Ah, plus érudit, yes. Donc, ça va être une personne qui va être plus cultivée, qui va aimer lire peut-être plus, right? C'est comme si je te demandais, toi, ça t'intéresserait-tu de lire le livre The Art of War, The Arts of War? Ça t'intéresserait-tu de lire ça, toi? L'art de la guerre? Il y en a qui vont dire oui, ça m'intéresserait parce que je deviendrais plus cultivée. Puis d'autres personnes me diraient, oh, reading. Donc, ça dépend vraiment de ta personnalité. Pour moi, je trouve qu'intellectuel, c'est un terme qui est faux parce qu'il y a le mot intellect dedans, le mot, pour moi, intelligent. Puis pour moi, ça veut rien dire parce que la définition d'intelligence, c'est ta réponse, c'est la rapidité à laquelle ton cerveau va répondre à une question. Donc, une personne peut être extrêmement intelligente, mais quand même ne pas être intellectuelle. Pour moi, ça n'a pas de sens. Mais c'est quand même un mot qui fait partie du dictionnaire français. All right? And it's also part of the English dictionary. OK? Donc, c'est ça ici que je trouve qui est un peu une contradiction. But you know what I mean there. OK. Is also more artistic than Jeff is. More artistic. What does it mean? Plus artistique. C'est quoi? Qu'est-ce que ça veut dire plus artistique? Pour vous autres. Okay, better in drawings. Anything else? Est-ce que dans votre famille, more creative, I like this one. More creative, and that's important. In your family, raise your hand if you have one sister or one brother or more. Okay. In your family, can you tell that you are the artistic child?
Yes.
Some say yes, and it's okay. Every family needs one. In my family, we have two, because we are four kids. There's me, my sister, and my two brothers. My sister is artistic, and one of my brother is artistic too. Who can say that they are more intellectual? Love reading, everything that's on the internet. You love it. You love to learn. It could be learn about another language. It could be learn about anything that interests you, a passion of yours. No? Nobody is in the... I know some people in the class who are intellectual. You just don't want to say it. But I know that I have intellectual people in my class. Who can say that there are more athletic people? I'm also more athletic. Yeah, okay. It doesn't make me a stupid person. I know I'm an athletic person. You're an athletic person too, Ben? Yeah, good. Right? I'm not stupid, I know it, but I'm athletic. I love reading too, but I think that what makes you who you are is what you love most. If you ask me, do you want to come, Sylvie, play tennis outside, or Do you prefer or would you rather read your book? I would go for playing tennis. Okay? Doesn't mean I don't like to read. I mean, I have a BA and a master degree, but still, I prefer to go out and play tennis. I'm like that, you know? All right. Um, Next one. Brian loves painting and drawing. Jeff is much funnier and is definitely the clown of the family. Do I have clowns in here? Do I have clowns? Who can say, okay, yeah, I'm the clown? Can you say? No? Nobody can tell? In my family, I think it's me because I'm the one who cannot shut up. I'm the one who's always constantly talking and speaking, so and love to make people laugh. So I guess I'm the one who's a clown. Are you the person in your family who loves making people laugh? Est-ce que c'est vous la personne qui aimait ça faire rire les gens dans votre famille? Yes, no? Toaster? Ben, are you the one? Is it your wife?
Maybe it's my son.
Your son. Your son is a clown. Okay, okay. Do you have a sister or a brother who's a clown? Or maybe it's your lover who's the clown. It's possible. Why not? My husband, for example. My husband is very tall, okay? And he looks very serious, but loves laughing. Like, I'm always like picking at him. Loves laughing, really. And it's important. It's important to laugh. If you don't laugh, it means you're bored, okay? So that's extremely important. Now, we're going to answer the questions really, really fast, okay? In like 2, 3 words. So if you turn the document over, you have 3 questions. We're going to answer them orally. Did you have it, Joelle? No? I'm going to give it to you, just so you can follow. So what are the physical differences between the twins? What are the physical differences? So we have Jeff and we have Brian. So Brian is taller. Am I making a mistake? Brian and Jeff are doing this? Okay. Brian is, oh yeah, taller. So it's the opposite. Brian is this one and Jeff is this one. Okay. So this is Brian and this is Jeff. Okay. So who's got curly hair? Jeff has curly hair. Who's more athletic? Just with the picture. Jeff is more athletic. Brian is more intellectual. Who's more artistic? Brian is more artistic. Yes, I think you're right. Who's more tanned? Jeff is more tanned. This one. Jeff is more tanned. Who loves painting? Yeah. Okay. And who's much funnier? Jeff. Okay. Because the other one is boring. All right. So now that we're done with this, we can put it away. And we're going to start with the real deal. The notes about comparative. I'm going to go up. So I'm going to go really fast because this might not be new for everybody. And because I want to make sure everybody understands, we're going to go through this. So if I'm asking to you, what is a comparative like what do you compare with the comparative adjectives? What do you compare? You compare 2 persons or you can yeah, it's most of the time it's 2 persons. So we're going to compare 2 persons. Comparative. We're going to compare 2 persons. 2 persons or 2 things. Okay, objects. Okay, for example, if I'm comparing my tissue box with, I have a dictionary here. Which one is brighter? Brighter. What is bright? Plus lumineux. Which one is brighter? Doo, 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 doo. This one is brighter? Gray? Are you colorblind? Yes. You know colorblind? The word colorblind? This happened to me once. I was so ashamed. You know what it means, colorblind? Daltonien. Once I had one student who was daltonien, and I asked him, which color? Blah, blah, blah. He was like, I don't know. I was like, come on, don't you see the colors? He was like, no, I can't. I was so ashamed. So which one is brighter? So if bright means lumineux, which one, tissue box or dictionary? Tissue box? All right, tissue. So the tissue box. Okay, yeah. In the class, who's got the brightest t-shirt? Look around. The brightest t-shirt is Lisa Marie. Yeah. Okay. If I said amongst the guys, just the guys, who's got, oh, I gotta be careful. Who's got the brightest hoodie? What is a hoodie? It means a coton ouaté avec un capuchon. So it is brightest. I said brightest again. Le plus clair, le plus lumineux. Okay. Yes, it's gonna be you. Who's got? Let me see your shoes. Okay. Hey, don't hide. Who's got the? Okay. I got someone who's got the DC's shoes with green on them. Okay. So his shoes are cooler than my shoes. Who got the cooler shoes? Who's got them? Who's got the cooler shoes? Between me and the person who's got DC shoes with the green tag on it. Look around. Look who's got the green shoes. Green and black probably. Who is it? Look around. Come on. Ah, thank you. He's got the cool shoes. His shoes are much cooler than my shoes because my shoes are black. All right. So that's comparative. Cooler. Cooler than. Brighter than. Who is the tallest girl in the class? Tallest girl. What? MJ? MJ is the tallest girl. Tallest. Now I compared MJ with all of the girls in the class. So it's not just two girls. It's one girl against the rest of the class. Okay? So that's not going to be a comparative. That's going to be a superlative. So superlative, you compare one person or one thing. You compare it to the rest of the group. So versus the rest. Okay? In my example, it was MJ against the rest of the girls in the class. I could have said, for example, which dictionary is the best? Is it this one? Or is it this dictionary? Okay, I'm going to change my example. This dictionary is the best in the class. It's not true, but it's just an example. So it's the best, which means that c'est le meilleur. Okay? In all of the dictionaries in the class, this one is the best. Who in the class has the coolest glasses? The coolest glasses. Now we need to see, look at your glasses. We have Joel, we have me, but they're sunglasses, so it doesn't count. Let me see your, okay. Okay, these are cool, and these are cool too. All right, so who's got the coolest glasses in the class? Don't say it. Okay, the decision is yours. All right? Okay, so next one here. Now here we have three examples. First example is an adjective, very simple. Second example and third example, we're going to clarify them. So Sandy was thin. What does it mean, thin? Mince. Okay. She was, then her sister. Is it a comparison, a comparative, or a superlative if I have then her sister? Comparative, because we have two persons. Okay. Come on. All right. So she was thinner than her sister. So in your notes, you're going to write, sorry, I'm just going to borrow this. So in your notes, you're going to write here, she was thinner, so thinner than on the lines here. Okay. Thinner than. Thinner than, what does it mean? Thinner than. Plus mince que, because you're comparing two persons. Okay? Plus mince que. All right. Something else you just can see there, and that's a little weird. You have two N. I doubled the N's. Do you have an idea of why I would have done something like this? Is it because I'm a mischievous teacher? J'étais une vieille prof malcommode? No. Thinner, two N's, because you know it, Kevin. No, thinner, why do you have two N's? Starts with C. Consonant, vowel, consonant, CVC rule. Consonant, vowel, consonant. Now, if I put my hand here, the three last letters here are a consonant, a vowel, and another consonant. Okay? When that happens, quand vous avez les trois dernières lettres d'un adjectif comme ça pourrait être un verbe aussi dans un autre cas, mais ici, on travaille avec les adjectifs. Donc, si les trois dernières lettres de ton adjectif, tu as un consonne, voyelle, consonne et que tu notes qu'une seule voyelle dans ton adjectif, you double the last consonant. Okay? And never forget then, because it's not going to make any sense if you forget it. Ton then, c'est ton que. Si tu oublies ton que, ça n'a plus de sens in French. It's the same thing in English. Now this one, she was the person in the family. Is it going to be a comparative again? Hell no, because it's going to be a superlative. Yes. So this one is going to be comparative, and this one is going to be superlative. In superlative, you have super, like Superman. Superman is the best. Superman is the strongest. Superman is blah, 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 whatever. Okay, the important thing here is that Superman is extraordinary. He's not like everybody. Okay, you compare him with all of the human beings. Okay, superlative, one against the world. Keep that in mind. Okay, so she was the thinnest person in the world. Thinnest means what? La plus mince. Là, ici, c'est pas plus mince que, c'est la plus mince. Personne dans la famille. Okay? Is it becoming clearer a little bit? Yes? Don't worry, we're going to do more. So she was the thinnest person in the family. Donc, dans mon premier exemple, j'ai rajouté ER après mon adjectif, puis je me suis mis then après, pour que ça fasse plus mince que. OK? Avec mon autre, j'ai fait EST, puis je me suis mis un de en avant pour faire la plus mince. Do you see it? Yeah? Okay. Oof, I'm gonna go faster because I'm losing you. OK, so plus mince que, puis la plus mince. All right? J'ai encore doublé mon N. CVC again. Same rule. Même règle. OK? Now, if I'm moving on, là, on va juste les regarder puis les analyser. Sandy is pretty. Pretty means woo, jolie, yes. Pretty, jolie, okay? Belle, jolie. She is then her sister. Plus jolie. Now, if we apply the same rule, what are you going to end up with? Prettier, prettier than her sister. And she's the, Joelle? Prettiest person in the family, yes. So prettier than her sister and the prettiest. The prettiest person in the family. Moving on again. Sandy is intelligent. By the way, my cousin Sandy was my inspiration for this one. She's the best. So Sandy is intelligent. Sandy is then her sister. Stick with intelligent with this one. Okay, because my first one is intelligent. We're just going to modify intelligent. Sandy is more intelligent than. Why didn't you go for intelligenter then? Donc, toi, t'es pas allé avec intelligenter than parce que c'est bien trop long. It's really too long. Tu peux pas écrire un mot qui a plus qu'un pied de long, là. Forget about it. So, intelligent, it has a lot of syllables. La règle générale pour ton ER, c'est que tu as besoin d'une voyelle. Si tu as plus qu'une voyelle, maximum deux, il faut absolument que tu sépares tes mots. Quand je dis séparer, c'est que tu ne peux pas faire intelligenter. Il faut que tu fasses more intelligent than. OK? Puis on va le voir plus tard. Donc, Sandy is more intelligent than her sister. Puis si on regarde la même façon de voir, Sandy is the most intelligent in the family. More intelligent than the most intelligent. Hurts? Okay. All right. So far, so good? Yes or no? Toaster? All right. So the next one, can I move on? Too fast? Okay, I'm going to let you write it down. I'm going to let you write it down. Okay, next page. Now, Sandy was thinner than her sister. So this is the next square on your sheet. Comparative form used to compare two things. And we're going to put or two objects. Or two objects. Okay? This is missing in your notes. Or two objects. And you're going to write usually made by adding. What does it mean, usually? Ça veut dire quoi, ça? Usually. Habituellement, normalement, fait par ou bien dans ce cas-ci en additionnant ER to a one-syllable adjective. Donc, normalement, on ajoute ER à la fin d'un adjectif qui ne contient qu'une seule voyelle. Excusez-moi, syllabe. Qu'une seule syllabe. Les voyelles, c'est pour le CVC. OK? On a-tu des petits mots, des petits adjectifs d'une voyelle qu'on pourrait s'écrire ici comme exemple? For example, cute. Cute, it's an adjective. Cute. We're going to pick another color because this one is getting old. Cute. If you just listen to the word cute, you don't have more than one syllable. You go like cute, right? One syllable. Another one. Big, okay? Big. And if I go with the height, what is it? Opposite of short? Tall. Tall, short. Anything else that pops into your mind? We could just leave it like this too. All right, let's leave it like this. Okay. She was the thinnest person in the family. She was the thinnest person in the family. Superlative form. Used to compare more than two things. Okay? Or objects. Or objects. Donc ici, on dit que superlative, comme Superman, c'est utilisé pour comparer plus que deux choses. Donc, une chose to the rest. Or one person to the rest. OK? On pourrait même se l'écrire ici. One person. Oh, one person against the world. One against the world. I think this was the title of an album, but I don't remember what was the group. One Against the World. I think it was Tupac. One Against the World. Am I right? No? I don't remember. It's too long back in my head. Okay, One Against the World. And here we have usually formed by adding est to a one-syllable adjective. Donc ici, la différence, c'est qu'au lieu de mettre er, je mets est à la fin de mon adjective. That's it. End of the story. Okay? For example, cuter would become the cutest. Bigger would become the biggest. Taller would become the tallest. And shorter would become the shortest. Okay? I have 10 minutes, so I better make them count. Can I move on? Okay. If the adjective has two or more syllables, add more to compare two things. So this part here is going to be for comparative. So this part is going to be for superlative. So add more to compare two things. For example, Gina is more creative than. So the adjective is creative. I just put more before and then after. Plus créative que Tina. Okay? Or at the most, to compare more than two things. Like in my example, Gina is the most creative, that's your adjective, of all the girls. Donc, la plus créative de toutes les filles. Donc, je compare Gina au reste des filles, to the rest of the girls. Ça, c'est si j'ai un gros mot qui a plus qu'une syllabe. Mais si j'ai un tout petit mot, je vais juste répéter ce que je vous ai dit tantôt. Ici, je vais mettre ER pour un petit mot. Donc, puis mon then après, il ne faut pas que je l'oublie. Puis ici, je vais faire de. Ton adjectif revient ici. Puis je vais mettre mon EST après. Ça, c'est seulement si j'ai un petit adjectif qui a moins, en fait, qui a une syllabe. OK? S'il y en a plus, tu vas mettre the most, puis tu vas mettre more. All right? We're almost there. Next one. Extra rules to remember for comparative adjectives. Number one. If it has two syllables and ends with Y, change the Y to I and add ER or EST if you're working with comparatives or superlatives. Ça, c'est mes exceptions. Je vous conseille de les noter. For example, here we have funny. So funny, I'm going to remove the Y. I'm going to add I, and then I'm going to put ER. Same thing for the superlative, but instead of ER, it's going to be EST. OK? Donc, j'ai enlevé mon Y, je l'ai remplacé pour un I, et j'ai rajouté mon ER ou mon EST. Now, si je vous pose une question, est-ce que vous pensez que si mon mot funny, ça tue juste une syllabe ou plus? Funny. Two. Pourquoi ici j'ai mis ER ou EST? J'aurais-tu pu mettre more funny than ou bien the most funny? Il y a plus qu'une syllabe, mais je ne peux pas faire ça quand même. Parce que c'est une exception et à chaque fois que ton adjectif finit avec un Y, c'est une exception. All right? It's got to be clear right now. So, funny, ça finit avec un grec, tu ne te poses même pas la question de combien il y a de syllabes dedans. You know that it's going to finish with ER or EST. That's it. Okay? Moving on. Number two. If it has one syllable and ends as follow, CVC, you double the final consonant and add ER or EST. For example, big, you have your CVC. You just double the last consonant and you put your ER or your EST. Ça, j'ai expliqué en 2 secondes, mais c'est toujours la même chose, le CVC, puis ça fonctionne toujours seulement si vous n'avez qu'une seule voyelle dans votre adjectif ou dans votre verbe si on parle de terminaison de verb tenses. Donc, big, il y a une seule voyelle, c'est le I. Je double la dernière consonne et je rajoute ma terminaison. Que ce soit ou est. Good? Okay. I'm going to let you finish writing. Quand je vais trop vite, il faut que vous me fassiez un petit signe aussi, parce que des fois, je ne m'en rends pas compte. Là, je vous regarde, ça va bien parce que je vous regarde écrire, puis je le vois un peu, là, que je suis allée un peu vite, là, mais vous pouvez me faire des gros yeux des fois, c'est correct. OK. That's a good one. Ça, c'est des beaux gros yeux. All right. Okay, let's move on. The next one. Number 3. If an adjective ends in E, just add R or S. Si vous ne l'enlèverez pas, votre E, il est déjà là. OK, like pale. Une personne qui est pâle, pale. OK? Vous n'enlèverez pas votre E pour ajouter R, ça n'a pas de sens. Vous faites juste mettre R ou ST. End of story. Pale, paler, palest. Ça a l'air niaiseux de le dire, là. Des fois, on dit, ben pourquoi tu le dis? De toute façon, on va le faire automatique. Mais je le dis parce que c'est déjà arrivé qu'une personne faisait tout le temps ça. Pale, paler, palest. Could you give me an example? Like, for example, if I took one person in the class, I'd say, who is the smartest person in the class? Who is the smartest? I saw Alex do this. That's good. Cassandra too. All right. Do you think you're the smartest? Qui tu penses qui est le plus intelligent? Quand tu penses à toi, est-ce que tu penses que tu es plus intelligent souvent que d'autres personnes? Garfield, yes. All right. That's good. That's good, yes. And that's the way you should think. Truly, like, pas que tu veux dégrader les autres, mais tu devrais souvent te penser assez intelligent pour dire, peut-être qu'ils m'ont mal compris, mais ce que j'avais à dire, c'était intelligent quand même. Des fois, tu t'exprimes pas nécessairement de la bonne manière, mais la majeure partie du temps, tout ce que tu as à dire, c'est intelligent. All right? And the last one. Ah, no, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Number 4 and number 5 all mixed up, but it's okay. I'm going to fix that. Don't use more or the most with the endings or est. Okay? Le more ou bien le most, vous les utilisez seulement avec les gros adjectifs. Comme intelligent, incontinent, etc. Okay? Ooh, I saw that I just woke you up. No, you were not. I thought you were. Just said incontinent and I saw you turn around. I thought. Okay, yeah. Me too. I wear, depends all the time. What? Yeah, no, in more than 10 years, I can assure you that. Okay, so don't use more or the most. Number 5, some adjectives have irregular comparative and superlative forms. Okay? So yes, there are exceptions with the comparative and the superlative. You know a couple of them already. Like for example, good becomes what when it's comparative? Est-ce qu'on peut faire gooder?
Votre attention, s'il vous plaît. Alors, un petit clin d'œil concernant le prochain atelier. Jeudi prochain.
As we said, we have some irregular forms, and here they are. Good becomes better. Better becomes best. Donc, l'adjectif avant d'être transformé, c'est good. Bad is worse with SE. That becomes worst with ST. Far, loin, becomes farther, and then farthest. Many and much becomes more, and then most. And finally, little, un petit peu, okay, un peu, becomes less, moins, or the least, le moins. And now you can go take your break, because you need it. By the way, I'm sorry, I talked for an hour. We're supposed to talk for